And so, a fond farewell to Glencoe Mountain Resort. We're going to be heading off in that direction. Having took a little detour over here, and now back on the right path. That's the second time I've missed the turn, but back on track now. Properly entering this valley now with steep sides on both sides. Quite a lot of people on the trail today. And everybody's heading to the same place, Kinlochleven. This is the last little stretch now alongside the A83, I think it is. And then just behind those trees ahead, we shoot off to the right up Devil's Staircase. If you can see it, that little white house, now that is what you call in the middle of nowhere, but very, very beautiful sight. So we're going to take a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute rest before we go up Devil's Staircase. Bit of chocolate, bit of water, and then it's around there where those people are, and that's the start of Devil's Staircase. So we're just taking this beautiful site here. Say 5-minute rest, and then off we go. Hey, here we go. That's up the Devil's Staircase. It certainly is a relentless slog up here, but this will be nothing compared to Ben Nevis, so need to just get on with it. Not quite at the top yet, but not far to go. Oh, wow, look at those views. See the Devil's Staircase zigzagging up the side of the hill. And just in the distance, right in the very distance, you can see Glencoe Mountain Resort. And here we are, top of Devil's Staircase. Yeah, it's got a scary name, but it's not so bad at all. And then a path in the distance there down to Kinlochleven. Okay, so back on the track, all downhill now, all downhill to Kinlochleven. Road now into Kinlochleven, which is kind of sort of down here somewhere. If you can just about make out the path through that valley, that's tomorrow's route. I'm not sure if you can see that in the distance, but through that valley is the way to Fort William. Here's the pipes that carry the water to the hydroelectric power station in Kinlochleven. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was definitely the first in Britain. I'm not sure about further afield. But yeah, we're right down the mountainside. Meanwhile, I'm still on this stony road, and it's long going. It's hard going actually. It's tough on the feet. It is all downhill. I'd hate to be coming the other way. Looks like one of the pipes has sprung a leak. And here we have Blackwater Campsite, where you pitch your tents. Not a huge area, but probably big enough. And they've got the little hobbit huts. Those seem to be more popular these days. I was actually torn between here, Blackwater, and McDonald's, where I stayed last year. They both got the pros and cons. I chose McDonald's simply because it's got a nice restaurant and bar, and this one doesn't seem to have, although this one does have laundry facilities and McDonald's doesn't, so whatever floats your boat really. But yeah, it's a nice little campsite. Okay, coming along the pathway now. The main part of the village is through there, where there's a couple of shops and a pub. This is the bridge over the river. I've got to go over the river because I'm heading towards McDonald's Campsite, which is this away. And here is the river. That water that's gushing down into the river there is the one that comes down those pipes. Huge amount of water, as you can see. Well, there's this little village. Some lovely little gardens. Wow, that's a lot of gnomes. And that is the start of the West Highland Way final leg to Fort William tomorrow. And where I'm staying, McDonald's Hotel, is just about 50 yards up here. Here we go. McDonald's Lochside Campsite, home for the night. Okay, so here we are, McDonald's Campsite, Kinlochleven, all pitched up. First one here, which is probably just as well. The ground is very rocky, difficult to get pegging sometimes. We're heading out of the McDonald's Hotel and Campsite and back on the West Highland Way. Tip for camping: if you're camping here, there's not a massive amount of room for tents, maybe 10 tops, and the ground is very rocky in places. It's difficult to get a peg in, so if you last there, you're going to struggle. You'll get there early. Okay, last day of the West Highland Way today, from Kinlochleven to Fort William. It's kind of sad because I've enjoyed it so much. Maybe we'll come again. And I do remember from last time I did it, coming out of Kinlochleven, it's straight up. There's a price to pay for all that coming down into the Kinlochleven yesterday, and that's this price going up. Leaving behind now the little village of Kinlochleven. Which I could be wrong, I think it means village by the loch, but I could be absolutely miles out. So we've levelled off now. Now we have a long winding stretch here all the way through this valley. See the trail ahead through the valley. Fairly flat at this point because we did the big up out of Kinlochleven, and now it's fairly steady going. There may be more ups to come along the way, I'm sure there will be, but for now, nice and flat. We have been particularly lucky with the weather this week, and I say we collectively because that's everybody doing the West Highland Way this week. I've seen some horrendous weather videos, particularly on this Kinlochleven section here by this bobby. I've seen many a video here on YouTube where it's been absolutely lashing down. So yeah, been really lucky. I mean, this wasn't a last minute decision whereby I came because the weather was good. This has been booked for 9 months, booked the time off work, so I was coming this week come rain or shine. So yes, been extremely lucky. Some old ruins here, not quite sure what they are. Don't see any signs or plaques to tell you what it is, but it's just obviously an old sheep herders little residence. Fort William is basically over the other side of that mountain, but obviously that's quite steep to climb, so the path goes around the mountain, ends up over there, Fort William and Ben Nevis, of course. Just the last couple of hours now, mostly downhill into Fort William. Couple of hours to go and then it's all over. It's been absolutely fantastic weather, couldn't have asked for better weather. Thought we'd finish with the ups. Up, I guess not. A little bit more up to go. If I'm not mistaken, and obviously it's possible, it's happened before, this is Ben Nevis, I think that's Ben Nevis. It's kind of in the right place and it's kind of the right shape, so yeah, I'm pretty confident that's Ben Nevis. Yep, that is definitely Ben Nevis. Wow, looks like we've got some more ups to do. Hopefully it's not too big an up, just a little one. don't know if it's because this is the last day and we're getting close on the end, and therefore close on 100 miles, say 96, but with a little bit of going off route now and again to find camping spots and supplies, easily 100. But tired, feet are tired now, legs are tired. It's been a longer day today than the last few days, but there's the mighty Ben Nevis there, awaits me in the morning. We'll be doing that tomorrow. I won't put that on this video, I'll make a separate video for that, but I had hoped to have a rest day tomorrow and then do this on Sunday, but with the forecast for Sunday is rain, so we'll get it done tomorrow. Over there in the far distance, I don't know if you can see, but that is Fort William. The end is in sight. Out of the forest now. The last 2.5 miles is on the road. A little bit boring, but at least it's flat. This is the original end of the West Highland Way, but it's not the current end. A bit further on. Here we are, just about to enter the main high street in Fort William, which is the end of the West Highland Way. And here we go, the official end. So here we are, end of the West Highland Way. 8 days, 96 miles, absolute fantastic time. Met some great people along the way. Would I do it again? Absolutely. It's amazing. You've got to do this thing once in your lifetime.